My name is Lori Miller, and I'm in Family 150, Section 3. And for my career profile number 2, I am profiling the career of school counselor, specifically elementary school counselor, but really these things are all sort of parallel. I spoke with my friend Ann Jensen, who is an elementary school counselor in Idaho and has been for the last 15 years. She is at the Twin Falls School District, in the Twin Falls School District at Harrison Elementary School. And as far as a working environment, it's a school environment, which I believe we've all been part of. She works in elementary school from 8 in the morning until 5 o'clock p.m. Most days. So she's there before the students get there and also obviously stays after the students leave. She receives summers off, but she does obviously have to return to school before the students do. And also the Christmas break or Christmas holiday, she gets off. The schedule is not extremely flexible, as you are expected and required to be there when the students are there, which means no taking vacations and things during the term, but you are able to work those things in during the breaks. The typical stressors in a day, excuse me, are just the daily grind. She's in charge of organizing schedules, as well as checking with students and checking on attendance and organizing that and making sure that students are on track, and that if they're not coming to school, they can find out why and offer counseling where it's necessary. She also talked about when she started school, she thought she would be a secondary school counselor. And then when she was actually doing her practicum after she was completing her master's degree, worked in a third grade in that year, in a third grade full of 22 children. Every single one of the children were in a home where their parents either were divorced, were in the process of divorcing, or, divorced. So she really appreciated being able to be kind of in the daily classroom and being able to impact and work with those children. And at that point, she decided that she was a better fit in the elementary school than the high school. The typical benefits, generally, there are some school districts that only hire school counselors part-time, and the benefits for them is obviously less than for a full-time. Often full-time receive the same benefits as teachers, which include a health benefit, retirement, including a 401k, sometimes a pension, depending on your district. Summer's off, Christmas is off. Tasks are working with students, teaching in the classroom, knowing how to discipline and discipline students, looking for students who might be struggling, serving on committees at the district level, because you do work with every student one-on-one, or at least in the group. The district relies on the counselors to implement discipline and keeping track of attendance, to contact those who are struggling, and filling in wherever's needed. Anne actually discussed with me that today there was a teacher who couldn't get a substitute, so she had to come with the stomach flu, and half the way through the day Anne realized what was going on and had to fill in and substitute for fourth grade for half the day today. Also, the school counselors in charge of organizing special events like Red Ribbon Week and the Fire Safety Week and those kinds of things. Educational requirements is a master's degree in counseling. Also, the LCPC, or the licensed clinical professional counselor certification, which is an additional 1,000 hours after the master's degree. I think can be done concurrent with the master's degree of 1,000 supervised hours. And this would also qualify you to be a private counselor as well as work in elementary schools, and many districts like you to have this because then they can bill Medicaid for hours that you spend counseling. And also recommended that those interested in this career take teaching pedagogy classes to learn how to manage a classroom, organize curriculum, and really just kind of learn how to teach, because that is a really strong component of this career. Starting salary in Idaho area is $26,710 for starting. Experience tops out about $47,000. Some part-time positions are available. Many districts, like I said, like you to get additional training so you can bill Medicaid.